Oh boy, here we go. And welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome. It's a little less abrasive. What do you think? And we're here to talk about Zwift Life and Beyond. We're here to talk about what's going on. So welcome to Watopian Weekly. Welcome! All right. Welcome, everyone, to Watopian Weekly. We're here to discuss. Here we are each week to discuss everything that's going on with Zwift, Life, and Beyond. My name is Dustin, and oh man, this is going to be hard. All right, well, here we go. And here she is, the lady that never has to wait in line at the grocery store, because they always open up a new lane for her. The Zwift Ladies Ultra Enforcer, Gina. How you doing, Gina?
Good. I can tell you this is a lie, though. I also wait in line at the grocery store.
Yeah, me too. It seems like they don't recognize us. I guess enough. Well, maybe they need to watch the podcast. We'll get it going on. Yeah. All right. Here we go. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, a guy that's trying to strengthen his thumbs by playing lots of video games, so he can seat any kind of tubeless tires so much easier. The dude on the top rung of the ladder. Josh! Josh, how are you?
I'm good. Tire shoes and all.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, by the way. And then we've got if you look up the word challenge in the dictionary, you'll see definitions of lots of different things. But under the challenge, the edition that says, I knew what those words were called, but anyway, and where it says the challenge will take, there'll be a picture of a man who will do pretty much anything, including like racing ZRL 2 times in one time zone or multiple FRR stages in one day. Here he is, James. How you doing, James?
Yeah, not too bad. You wouldn't be the first person this week to call me challenging, not necessarily for good reasons.
Not challenging. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Sorry.
But yeah, hello, everyone. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, and here he is, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect person to pronounce all the climb portals. I don't know if you saw the new climb portal this week, but anyway, the dude that's ready to rock watts of guitars with amps to spare, our art director, Paul. Hey, Paul.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Full crew.
Oh, man.
Full crew here.
This is awesome. It's good to see everybody. Really good to see everybody. And this is great. So we got a lot to talk about. And we, Paul, that I didn't even try to pronounce the newest climb portal, or the one that. Do you want to do it now, or you want to do it later? Or we'll look it up and do it later. But it's the hardest. It's the I think it's in Scotland. I think, but
they have a climb portal in Scotland now, huh?
Yeah, the one that starts. It's like a Bielchnaba.
Balachnaba.
That's it. I wish that's yes. Yeah. Oh, that looks amazing. So yeah. Anyway.
Anytime I've done climb portal now, I've just stopped announcing like what the course is and just write up.
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about the king of climb portals, which is Matt Ladd a little later. He has been just on fire, absolutely on fire. But anyway, before we do all that, we should talk about what's going on with us, because I mean we should definitely talk about that. Gina, what's going on with you? How was your week?
My last 2 weeks have been interesting, I'd say, because I thought, I've got the house, I'm settled. This is where the shit ends, kind of like I can, relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Then my car decided to kind of like break. So it's the gearbox, and now I'm waiting for the garage to tell me what the cost will be and see if I can actually afford making it. I was thinking one thing, though. I'm very lucky that I bought this thing before that happened.
Yeah.
Because if the car would have broke down before I bought it, I would not have bought it. So yeah. Just trying to see the silver lining there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man,
It's
that is
it's
the
taking
worst.
me like so long to get to work and get back now, so it's been interesting. I think I should just start driving my bike up to work because the trains are shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That can happen there. Oh man, car problems are the worst, and I'm waiting for mine. My car every winter there's something that goes on where like the throttle body will freeze up or something like that, and it'll be stuck at work, and like I won't start, and then I'll have to get it towed to the mechanic because. Anyway, if that happens again, I think that I've been saving for. I don't want to get a new car, but man, I've been saving for something. So I'll have to get a $500 jalopy.
Sounds like you'll have to get a fat bike.
Oh yeah, and it's only 18 miles to work. So on fat bike that would probably take me I don't know 3 or 4 hours. So that should be fun. Yeah.
There's a huge stigma around fat bikes here.
Oh
I don't
really?
know. Yeah.
Yeah. Like in a bad way?
Yep, definitely.
Oh man, I've got
Interesting.
one.
They're pretty
I love it.
popular here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
awesome.
quite popular among like the teenage boys who do everything that they shouldn't do on those things.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're
That's
super
what's
popular
happening
for
here in the
everyone.
Netherlands.
Oh,
I think they even have places that you can like parks here that you can rent them and just
yeah.
ride
Well,
through the snow trails.
I encourage everyone, go out on the snow trails. It's awesome. When they're groomed, it's like riding on dirt. And if you have studded tires, then it's even better. It's like you're riding on dirt. It's just outside and it's really cold.
You know what that sounds like?
I don't have
More
that.
stuff to spend money on.
Yep. Josh, you know what? You need another hobby.
Yeah, another hobby within the or cycling sphere. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Josh, I see what what have you been up to, man?
Yeah, you're laughing at these
I
notes in here. So yeah, we had 3 ladder races this week. I was only supposed to race in 2, but then someone had some internet issues, so I had to jump in to all 3, and we lost all 3. So I figure I'm like the lowest common denominator here for why we're losing. So they were pretty even matchups. It's not like we're doing stretch matches or anything. We just if there's one thing I'll say, I'm completely over the ghost power up on it seems like we've hit every race because the courses are pre-selected in December for this like Advent event that's going on in ladder, and every single one of them we've had ghosts. We had 3 this week, and then 3 matches this coming week, all of which have ghost power up in there, and I'm like over it.
Yeah. I'm tired of the ghost too. That didn't work out for me this week, but we can talk about that in a little bit.
But then did one of the epic races yesterday on Snowman. That was fun. Did terrible on that too. So then what better way to follow up an excessive amount of racing with the Mega Pretzel, which I plan to do after the podcast. So yeah,
excellent.
Always fun.
Yeah, and you finally got your wheels on there, or you got your tires on your wheels, though.
I finally did, and you know what I did? I zip tied like a bunch of zip tied the rubber to the wheel that I did have seated, and just did that kind of all the way around, and that was the only way I was able to get it to seat. So,
oh my gosh,
took care not to damage the carbon, but like it was an event.
And did you put inserts in there too, by the way? Sorry.
No, I couldn't even. I could not even get them in there with that. So, no.
So you have a set of gently used inserts for sale. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk a little bit later.
I have a lot of gouges in the foam or whatever for me trying to like use tire levers. Great fun.
Awesome. Oh man, well I'm glad you got them on there. And James, what have you been doing, man?
Yeah, I haven't been particularly very well. I've had a bit of a stomach bug, so I have been officially sicker than the dog, which is quite an achievement, bearing in mind how bad he's been. So sort of it came on. I sort of wasn't quite 100% for the team time trial in ZRL. What was that 2 weeks ago? And then it just got progressively worse over the week, which this week meant that obviously slow impact would get to return. So I ended up doing Two ladder races in the ZRL Monday to Wednesday was absolutely cooked because I've got no energy from that side. But I did mean that I finally got around to completing my 50th ladder race, which has been the most drawn out process because I pretty much started quite almost when the ladder kicked off. I was one of Coalition's sort of pretty early on it from that side, but I think I average a race once a month or something like that. It feels like.
Well, that's awesome.
I've also had my bike fits done, which is really interesting. So we'll talk about that a bit more next week with Gaff hopefully coming. No, he is coming on the show because he has said yes to it. So we can talk a bit about the details and talk about some of the other stuff around that. And then while I've been off, I sort of took the opportunity to randomly buy cycling parts via the web, which is really bad. So they keep randomly turning up and I keep having to hide them because I'm on a no cycling equipment and no cycling clothing purchase ban at the moment from my family, which I'm in trouble with already. And then just sort of looking at rides for next year, outdoor rides, and just getting the schedule plan for that. So I'm up to June now of stuff organised, which is looking pretty good. Quite excited. I just need to stay well, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What have you got planned? Because now I'm curious, obviously.
So I had a deferred entry for the Fred Whitton Challenge in May from last year. That's scheduled in. I've committed. I booked the accommodation, so I'm going whether I like it or not. So that's up in the Lake District.
I know. I was supposed to go 2 years ago, but I couldn't.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be doing a sportive a couple of weeks afterwards called York, Lincoln, York. It's 262 kilometers, and quite a lot of my ladder team are doing it. So we're all going to meet up for that, which is really good. And then I've just switched one of the events I was doing in April. It's a bit of a sort of test the water of longer distance Audax events back in the county that I was brought up as a kid, Norfolk. And that is Norfolk 360. So it's 360 miles in 36 hours, and you have a central spot, and then you do 4 loops of varying distance, and it's about 30% on gravel, 70% on road. So you have to manage your time and when you stop, but you don't have to carry all your stuff with you because you have the central base that you can sleep at where you sort of locate it at. So really excited about doing that because I want to up my sort of longer distance endurance event. So excited about that, but also scared.
Miles.
Wow, man, that's awesome.
So it's 360 miles. That works out just shy of 580 kilometers.
Yeah.
So I've got a bit of work to do.
Sorry, how many hours is it? Is it 36 hours though? You said
you got a 36-hour time limit. So you can do as much or as little, if that makes sense. You can bail. Right. The good point is you can bail after any loop, but it's also part supported or pretty much fully supported. So if you get halfway out and you have a catastrophic failure, or you just turn around and go, "Yeah, I'm done," you can call and they'll come and retrieve you. As long as you're not in the middle of a field, then you might have to get yourself out of that slightly.
I like the word choice there. They'll come and retrieve you.
Retrieve you. Yeah.
Unless you're eaten by the pigs or the other wild animals that are living in that part of the county.
Wow. All right. Well, I can't wait to hear about that one. I hope you survive, man.
I actually also scheduled some of my races already. So I'm going to do Gent-Wevelgem, which is 220 kilometers. And I am doing the Mallorca 312 in April, which will also be like 312 kilometers in one day. So
gosh.
Peer pressure.
That looks a bit... The Mallorca 312 looks a really, really impressive ride. There's obviously lots of people, and it's got some serious climbing in that. So good luck with that one, Gina.
Oh man!
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna plan on just going around here, 30 miles at a time. I'm hoping anyway. Oh man, it's inspiring for sure. And Paul, what are you doing, man? What have you been up to?
Hey, I had ZRL on Tuesday, which was quite fun. Blew up after 2 laps, trying to take all the sprints, and then couldn't hang on. But it was a good race. Still finished mid pack, so it was all right.
That's
and
awesome.
some TTT on Thursday. So we had a 4-rider team, and we were 16th. So I think everybody else had 6-8 riders, so we did quite well.
Wow. And how long were your poles in the TTT?
It just depended, between 30 and 60 seconds.
Okay. Oh man.
Respectable.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I don't know. The TTT
ZRL
thing.
course looked brutal. Honestly.
Well, I know that was in FRR too. By the way, I know you guys. Somebody did that in FRR, which we'll talk about that in a second too. But for the TTT thing, did you find that the 30 seconds were better for breaks, or like 60 seconds for breaks? Because I've done them where there's 4 people, and like we've had to do 60 seconds because you need that extra rest. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. I think I prefer the longer pulls to be honest. At least you get the extra break once you're done. But yeah, the 30s are fine too.
Yeah, it just comes along so quickly, I guess. It's like interval work, but it's just not fun. Well, the intervals aren't that fun. But yeah, oh, well, cool. Well, yeah, for me, I did ZRL, and then I did ladder, and then also I got to give a shout out to my team, Unararium, because Pete, Blake, and Tim, and they were doing fantastic. Reed too, as well. Reed couldn't make it; he had internet issues. I think that was going on. There was some big storm, so it was I don't know. It didn't work out for him. But man, we had. Oh boy, we were playing the SW or 5W4T team, and they were high on the ladder. Yeah, and we were not high on we were like artificially high on the ladder, I guess. Does that make sense? Like we had beaten some people, and they had beaten some people, and they got all shuffled up, and we got moved up. Anyway, so we're pretty high up in the ladder, and I am not a fast rider. Here's my caveat. I had a big workout the day before. That's why I was so slow. That's the only reason I was so slow. So that, it was on Thursday, and I had ZRL Tuesday, big workout Wednesday, that I barely made it through, and then that one. So anyway, we were doing okay, and the Ghost Power Up, like Josh was talking about, man, we were... I don't know how I feel about that. We kept on dropping them, and like Pete would drop his and go. Same thing with Blake, and then like the team just kept on countering us, and that was cool. And then I was in the back waiting because I thought one of their guys was almost popped, so I was in the back just waiting for him to to get dropped, and then I was just gonna go, as soon as he was in difficulty, because he was always in the back drafting. So I'm like, well, I'll be back here too. So I popped my Ghost, making him, think that, I'm probably going. And that guy launched like crazy, totally backfired on me. And I got dropped like, dropped like a stone in a pond, because it was bad. And then, everybody ended up finishing about a minute ahead of me. And that's my own fault. But so
man, I'm looking at these results that you had. This is quite the. Some guy on their team had like averaged 3.7 for the whole race, and then everyone else averaged like 3.2. 3. Yeah, man, that's wild.
Yeah, so it was pretty crazy, and I'm gold right now, and I'm like low gold. I'm like fool's gold, I think, is what my rating is.
Fool's gold, huh?
Fool's gold. I think that's what it says. I think Tim changed it to that, and so I'm not doing so well. I was all the way up high before, but just not doing so well. So I've been doing my best to follow the FTFP, following the plan for Fast Cat, and trying to get my workouts in. They've been hard. Work has been busy and everything too. So and we all have that. But I'm looking forward to the FRR Tour Watopia, and I know we're going to talk about that a little bit later too. But I have every day I can do it except for maybe 2 stages, and one of them's a work party that I might be able to miss. So that would be fine. I mean, I can make an appearance.
Be able to miss. Oh,
yeah, I know. I probably have to come in and say, hey, everybody. Oh, I left something in the car, and then just leave. But something like that.
You've showed up.
Yeah, exactly.
You showed up, your presence was noted, and then you left.
Right. Well, and then so yesterday, we're recording this on a Sunday. Yesterday, we had breakfast with Santa in our community, so I showed up and played some wintertime carols and everything, which was really fun. But we had to talk to Santa, and my daughter was really concerned because our dog is on the naughty list here. Now we have a dog that she's a year old, and she's been loving the snow. I take her out there, and she's just zipping around in the snow and everything, because I think she was too little to really remember it when she was born, or so because we had snow, but then anyway. That doesn't matter. Anyway, she's just loving the snow. It's so much fun. But she's on the naughty list, and my daughter's definitely concerned about her because we like most families, we have like a little like manger scene or whatever, and set up. And she was found in the morning tearing apart the baby Jesus. So Yeah. So I don't know. Hopefully she'll.
Pretty funny.
We got to. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
For,
I'm like,
for me,
"No!"
for me, for,
Yeah, yeah.
for someone that's not happening to, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
good protein, I suppose.
Yeah. But she was like, I'm like, you were so on the naughty list. I don't know what you're going to do, And so, yeah, so my daughter's definitely worried for her. But we're going to try and, I don't know what she can do. Maybe she can, I don't know, help at an old folks home or something like that. I'll bring her around, but something, get her back on the nice list. But anyway, that, and then I got a question for you all about driveway envy. Is this a thing? Because like in my neighborhood, there's always people who have the best lawns as in the summer. So it's like people who have the best, like most manicured lawn and everything like that. I am not that person. I have plenty of weeds in my lawn. I'm just happy if it's mowed. But now I feel like everyone's got this, like, and now that we have snow, it's like you hear the snow blowers going off at like 5 a.m. and everyone's scraping down to the cement, make sure all the edges are there. Does that happen in your guys' neighborhoods or?
Yeah, there's people who care a lot about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I'm not one of them. I mean,
I'm not one of them either.
Yeah, like I mean, as long as my house doesn't look like it's in a state of disrepair,
Right.
then all is good, and I will have spent my time on more valuable things.
Right. Yeah.
But no shade thrown at people who have like perfectly manicured lawns and whatnot, because
Yeah.
it does take like a lot of work. It's just,
Yeah, it does.
It's not for me.
Honestly, I'd rather be on my bike than maintain a lawn. And I'm
Hey.
pretty happy that I no longer have a garden to take care of, and now I have my
Yes.
nice apartment that I
Yes.
don't have a lawn. It's perfect.
Yeah, right.
So when you say
grow a houseplant.
So when you say garden, do you mean actual garden or do you mean the lawn?
No, it was a big ass garden that we had at the back of the house. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
Good times.
Yeah. I know Josh
Well,
has
nice. We had a lot of fights about the garden, so
Oh.
I'm like,
Oh.
I will mow it, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yeah,
All the
no,
other
I don't
stuff.
like
All
that.
the-
But I can tinker with my bike for hours.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And Josh has a greenhouse, so you're gonna have to give us some tips this year. Yeah. Are you still growing anything over the winter, or you have a bunch of stuff going?
Usually like towards the end of the winter. Otherwise, when
Okay.
it's like, way below freezing, it costs a fortune to heat.
Oh, to heat it. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Well, okay. Well, now let's move on to some of these, our main talking points, like ZRL here, because ZRL, the Clyde kicker, that is one of my, I prefer the Clyde kicker over the leg snapper. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I feel like they're similar, but not the same because it has that bump and then a bump. But,
Yeah. I mean, Clyde kicker's easier than leg snapper, in my opinion.
it's not as long. Because leg snapper's like a minute, I think. For me, it's a minute, and I was in the 30s for this one.
I think for most people, it's right around a minute. So
yeah. So how'd everybody feel about doing that the Clyde kicker and the sprint? I know Paul already talked about getting all the points on the sprint. Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, it was like
I put myself in a wonderful position of watching my team from this chair.
Yeah.
do you do some
That's right.
de-essing?
Yep.
Ah, nice.
Oh man.
Always better to bark orders at people than getting ordered around.
Absolutely.
It was interesting because I went absolutely full gas for that first sprint into the champion sprint, going for FDS as well. And my numbers were about 20% down, and I was about 12, and I was like, this is not good. This does not bode well for the next 7 laps. And it was a bit of hang on in and just try and farm as many points that you could do. And, we're the team I raced for, we only had 4 people riding, so we were never going to be punching on the podium, but we had a bit of a just to go out and be a nuisance. And fair play to the team. I'll give them a shout out. So Graham, Dan, Joe, and me, because we had 3 in the front group for the entire race, and so we were there and thereabouts. We ended up finishing 5th, and the highest placed team out of. We've got 13 teams in our division, so that was really good. And if we'd have had a full team, we'd have been up close to the top. But it was a case of it took a little bit longer after every almost interval sprint segment to recover. And towards the last 2 laps, I was like, I'm going to get dropped if I'm not careful. But was in contention for the win, but just didn't have enough coming around that last bend and then ended up finished fourth. So, but really pleased with how the team performed, especially with only 4 riders. But it was horrendous. I'm glad I wasn't racing B. I'm not sure it'll B or A. I'm not sure I could have coped with 10 goes of going around at that at a much higher pace.
Finishing top 5 is
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's respectable.
It's just the problem is with my power profile and everything like that. I should be winning that, and I think that I was gutted that I didn't do as well. But then actually, as I say, finishing the top half of the race, considering I spent most of the time trying to draft the hell out of it and try and do as little as possible, I should be really happy with. But it's the second time we've had that course and those distance where I haven't been well, which is a bit annoying from that side. But yeah, horrendous.
Yeah, that was really tough. But I was going all in on the Clyde kicker because that for me that's the only thing I can even possibly win. And I went all in on the first one, and that really hurt because everybody was like, I mean, it was so quick that everybody was out of the gate just going as fast as they could. At least that's what it felt like. And going up there, and anyway, it was I definitely felt like I blew up and didn't have enough, and I ended up dropping back to like the second or third group, and then I just kept on trying to win that group because the way it was structured, right? We were still it was better to get points at the front of that group, right? And every one of them, right? Because of the way it went around there. So, that was my first time up was like 32 seconds or something like that. And then they kept on getting slower and slower and slower all the way down to like 40 or something. It was bad. But 10 times up that would have been horrible. So I'm glad I only did 7. But
I asked my ladies after, they thought it was horrible.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. And Paul, you said yours was a bit rough too.
Yeah, it was the same as James. I started off like a lightning bolt and then decided I was going to take all the sprints I could, and then I didn't save enough for even halfway. But
did you guys get FTS? Like, did you break into what is it, top 5 now for FTS?
I think it is top 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I started. Sorry, James.
No, you go first, Paul. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I had a 27-second first kicker, and then after that, it just slowly went downhill. The sprints were the same, just try to catch up in the front group, and I should have just stayed where I was and just
That's incredible,
rode it
Paul.
out.
My gosh. Well, it's just a sprint. I mean, the climb that is basically a sprint section. That climb, that KOM, that is just so fast. Oh man,
it's
I think FRR even.
FRR, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Half the sprint segments in FRR were KOMs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like real KOMs anyway, but like they're still red KOMs, not green sprint segments. Exactly.
Which we should talk about. KOMs is a perfect segue into Empire Elevate. This the last race of this round. I've been spending a lot of time in New York in the virtual world, I guess. But going through these, and I haven't done this yet. But this route is this is going to be an interesting route because it ends with the KOM. So the NYC KOM. So it's going to be cool to have it all linked together, but that's really the only thing to worry about, and it's at the end. So like,
do you think it's the only thing to worry about because it has like a couple of points, I think,
right?
Where you can put some pressure on your enemies.
Yeah. Going up the Brooklyn Bridge climb thing, that's gonna be something, I think. I
think it's all draftable, but still you can put some people in the hurt locker already, also on those elevator thingies.
Yeah, the elevators. Oh man.
Interesting, Gina. Do you think, because the challenge that I've got, for me and our team, we need to make sure we've dropped the climbers before we get to the KOM and have about, I would argue, about 20 seconds gap. Otherwise, we're going to get swamped because we're too heavy. We got the power, but the short people come from there. I keep looking at the course and trying to work out where we're going to put pressure on all the short uphill pieces, but I can't. I'd like the Brooklyn Bridge about 10, a bit closer to the finish line to really go for it from there. Because
Right.
if you go early enough and you get separation, it's quite a long way to time trial to the finish. And I'm interested to see what people's take on that. Because for me, it's that we need to break. We want to win this. We've got to have a breakaway. And to be fair, it's the last race, so it's all or nothing.
Yeah, I
For
think,
me,
I think that's the place though.
Mm.
Is like on that Manhattan sprint, like
Mm.
up the bridge. I mean, you hope that other people do the work on like the earlier KOMs, like the Hill KOM ahead of that, and then you can make your move on like Manhattan sprint or somewhere else.
Gina, what were you gonna say there?
I was going to say that I think there's one point that me and my team may have been eyeing at, and that's the final escalator before the KOM, because we think the rest is too draftable or too far away from the actual KOM.
Do you think that gives you enough time to get a gap? That's the question, if that makes sense. That's the thing. It feels a bit, I don't know, it feels...
It's like barely a kilometer, if that.
Yeah, and I think it also depends on your riders within the team. For my team, it's a case of I've identified we need about 20 seconds. So it's how do we create that, and at what point we go. And the more and more, it looks like you're going from the start line.
I think your best hope too is that you have other groups thinking the same thing, and they're willing to go earlier, like all the way midpoint at Manhattan sprint or up the escalator before, like the second to last escalator, or something like that, right? Like they're doing the work, and then you can work with them earlier.
So, Gina, are you saying you want to go all out on that second to last escalator, and or do you want to go all out at the top of the escalator or at the bottom, just launching up there? What are you talking about there?
I think we were saying the last escalator.
Okay, last
as
escalator.
the last one. But
Sorry.
Honestly, we have a couple of good climbers, so we don't need as much. We just want to surprise the other teams a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, it's an interesting one. Paul, have you guys discussed what you want to do on your squad?
There hasn't been an active discussion yet, but like Gina says, I think that escalator is an option for sure. But I always think you've got to go maybe 50 meters before you get to it. If you can be sprinting out the blocks,
it's difficult.
Keep the pace up it, because the heavier guys do lose pace going up it.
I was just gonna say, we have 3 lighter riders, 3 heavier riders. So we're gonna try and see if we can get the lighter riders to do on the elevator. And then if that doesn't work, we want to see if we can get the 3 heavier riders to go after the elevator. Keep saying elevator. I mean escalator, obviously.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about that because I'm in the heavier rider thing. So that's for sure. That's I struggle with that, trying to get up there and everything. So yeah, I mean, because I'm putting out a lot of watts to get up there. That's what I should be doing, right? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing it wrong? I don't know.
You've got to go full gas up it. The problem is all the lighter riders don't have to put any effort in, and they still slingshot past you. We saw that in the TTT. That was probably the biggest challenge in our team. Was we had to almost blob up to get up there because we were stretching afterwards, and especially coming. We even noticed it coming down as well. Or there was a glitch in the matrix on my screen where. It was like 2 of our TTT team, and I was segueing slightly. They ended up almost sprinting off into the distance, and we're like, "Hang on a minute, we've got a pull order from there." I don't know whether it was just the way it was, how it was being presented on my screen, because then they'd almost hard stop and we'd line back up again. But it was really disconcerting on sort of trying to sort of get the power and keep the order right. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You guys anticipating that this is probably going to be like a 5-minute climb, looks like ish.
Yeah,
I mean, because the KOM itself is like 3.5 to 4 minutes, I think, but the full climb is probably closer to 5, at least for me. That would be PR range for me.
Yeah.
The one good thing it's a climb, it's not good at all, is at least you have was it 3 plateaus? So you've got a chance to get your breath back and go again. So at least you can evaluate where you are and the people around you. The problem that I've got in our group is, and we've seen this in the previous races, is we know who the climbers are. If they're in and around us, you've got no comeback over the top because the finish is at the top. So you really got to push it and try and drop them and see where you are. So it's going to be interesting. I think there's some real tactics. Hopefully, there's going to be some interesting tactics played out by the teams in our race. I just don't want us to all go up the climb together without anyone really trying anything. And hopefully, we can get a breakaway and try and get some.
I hope the same thing, because honestly, otherwise it can get a little bit of a boring race as well.
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, well, that is going to be something, though. The KOM there at the end, oh my gosh. I'm excited that it's at the end.
This is like one of my least favorite KOMs. It's like I always forget there's that left-hand bend and then the final super steep section. And then whenever I see it, I'm just like, oh God, seriously? More of this crap?
Yeah, but at least it's over, though. It's done. It's not like the...
No, but it's like I always
know.
forget that, it plateaus, like James said, it's like the third little stair-step plateau, and I think it's done. I could just look at the map, but...
Yeah.
Is it going to be any worse than last week's repetitive pain? That's the thing. It's 5 minutes at the end where it's just close your eyes and go as hard as you can, and just keep going and see where you are at the finish. At least, but
get some 5-minute PRs here.
Yeah, probably. So our team, we started off with I think 8 riders. 7 or 8 riders, and then we've had 4 cat up now to B, and it was all in different races. So, which has been okay, but it's I'm happy for those guys, but it's just too bad that now we're whittled down, and now we have this on this last race. I wonder now I just wonder if that's what they were thinking about for WTRL so people will cat up for the next one, because it could be some 5-minute PRs, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but we did this one as well in the beginning, right?
Yes,
so...
the forward and backwards of it. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah. Well, it's going to be fast. I'm nervous but excited, I guess. Right? Yeah.
Believe in you.
It's one and done. It's not going to be that bad.
No, it won't be that bad. But I got to give a shout out to Mike Roven on our team here, because when we did the TTT on this, he got every single one of the escalators on his pull except for one of them. So he was like every single one of them. He's like, no, and it was so funny. But yeah, so good job, Mike. He loves those. All right. So how about the Zwift Spinback? Did you guys get that show up in your companion app at all? Did you look at that?
I did. I don't want to look at it yet though.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I should look at it closer to New Year's.
Yeah, right. Because shouldn't it be? Because we still have time. I mean, I wonder if they're doing it now because Spotify's listing their thing of how many songs you listen to and everything. But yeah, it seems like we're getting this in everything. I hope it doesn't show anyway, I was thinking what if my grocery store did this? This is how many bags of chips you ate in a year.
Just one or two.
Yeah. But so what but about our friend of the podcast, Matt Ladd, the guy who's climbing like crazy, his spinback has got to be ridiculous. He's hitting 1 million meters here at the end of the month, I think is his plan. And when that happens, I'm definitely going to put it on we'll put up his ride when he's going to do it, because the more the merrier. I don't know what he's going to do it on, what route he's going to do it on, but that is incredible.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting because I haven't been able to access it yet, and I know looking at some of the feedback that there's some user interface issues, that some people are seeing it, some people aren't. It appears and disappears. So, but yeah, I haven't accessed it yet. I'm interested to see on Matt's whether they've got enough spacing to go to 1 million, or either they're just going to roll it out at five digits, if that, or 500,000 or whatever. So I think he might be causing Zwift a bit of a headache by having effectively going to do so much mileage, and that might be why. That could be a reason why they were pushing it in December and not beginning of December rather than the end of it.
Yeah. So it doesn't get to that.
This would be hilarious. If,
gosh.
Like
it'll be interesting.
Visual issues because you've ridden too much.
You did too much. It'd be interesting to get a screenshot, see if he's got it, and then get a screenshot of him. So maybe we'll reach out to him after this.
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. All right, so I know we're getting along here, but we got to talk about FRR Tour Watopia. Now, like as I alluded to earlier, I'm excited for this one. This is one that I can actually do. It's a 5:30 p.m. time slot for me, which is almost ideal if I can get home from work in time. Noticeably, the Tour Watopia does not start in Watopia, right? It's
it's an interesting one.
Yeah, and I don't know what the.
In fairness, either there's the Tour de France. So.
Right. Good point. Yeah. So exactly.
We have
so
three things in New York first.
Right away. Right, and these are going to be some good routes and everything too. But the forget about it route, I like that. But oh boy. But yeah. So how are you guys feeling about this one? Are you guys planning on doing it?
Yeah, I plan on doing it. I'm not built for GC contention. I'm built for green. But I may just try to do GC anyway, just to see try to ride for something different. Challenge myself a bit more because when you're just going for green, let's be honest, the tour is a lot easier than folks going for the full GC because they're just going ham the entire time. Whereas me, it's hey, my only struggle is to stay under the virtual broom wagon and then, try and hold on to wheels up until whatever the sprint is and then go all out and then just, upper zone 2, lower zone 3 the rest of the way. So it's not, I wouldn't really say I had a ton of fatigue at the end of it because of that. So I may try and actually go for GC. I won't get anywhere near the top 10, but it would be a good challenge.
I don't know, man. You don't sell yourself. I
know. This is just being a realist. I will not get anywhere close to the top 10, but it will be a good challenge though.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be cool. But how's everybody else feeling about this? Are we putting together a team there for this one? Or is this, it doesn't matter. It's just all helps the virtual team, right? Or the team as a whole, right? Even if you can only do one stage or something. Is that right, James? I've got that right, correct?
Yeah, it depends how they got it set up. But I think if you were looking to put a Watopian Weekly team in, then maybe we'll have a conversation about how we could do that. I find it's interesting because two reasons the Tour Britannia I struggled. One, I was feeling like crud, and two, I just struggled timing wise. Whereas beginning of January, actually, there's no work events in the evening. There's no stuff sort of in, so I've actually got more flexibility at the moment to be able to complete this. So I think after the complete car crash that was Surrey Hills, I'd like to be able to complete it. I'm interested, how the New York events go, because apart from Zero, I haven't really raced around them, and we haven't got the major. 838 meters is the highest amount of elevation, whereas if you look at Tour Britannia, you're into 1,000 and 1,200 at one stage, so it could be quite good. And it's also just even coming out of the Christmas period, it's a good opportunity just to get the legs moving again. So I'd say anyone interested or that it's worth just to sort of get yourself back into the swing of things. It's worth taking part, and you don't have to do the whole tour. You can do some of the stages.
Right, and the Queen stage is the last one, and it's going up the radio tower and coming down. So that's always good because coming down the radio tower, you can pretty much coast the whole time if you wanted to. But Wow, I'm just looking forward to completing one stage. One stage is going to be, I'm taking it one stage at a time, and if I can get through all of them, that would be great. I have a work thing on, I think, on the 6th, the fifth stage. So if I might try and pull what we call a James here and do it at like midnight or something the night before. I don't know. Is that James? How have you been able to pull that off? By the way.
Well, clearly it's not done me any favors because I keep getting ill, so I wouldn't recommend it. I think
right.
Part of it is if you're committing to trying to do a tour, you try. The one benefit about it is you have the multiple time slots, and if you're getting to the point where if you're going for GC, doing those later ones and earlier ones, it does impact it and that's why Rich brought in the EGAP to be able to compensate to some degree.
Right.
I think if you're that committed to completing it, and it is a challenge just even doing the whole tour, and actually that's a reward in itself. So it's really to balance that. But if you're running through a day and you're moving the time slots and you're like, oh damn it, it's going to be a 11:30, one from there. If it's this side of midnight, it's mentally okay. Once it gets past it, then I struggle. So, but I think it's just trying to get it completed. I did push back to Rich, so I was quite disappointed as there was no 5 horsemen or 6 horsemen. So suggesting that we needed a 100-kilometer stage that was like thousands of thousands of.
Honestly, I've been saying this, that I think they've become actually too sweet.
Oh no!
The ones when you first started, like, where is my move on to? Where are these Alpe du Zwift stages? You know,
that would be something to race up on too. Sorry, go ahead.
No, the feedback that I've had is watch this space. So we'll see for we've still got obviously the trifecta coming up and the other tour as well. So which I forgot the name of. So I'm hoping we do have. A hark back to the old days of a completely ridiculous 4 to 5 hour stage that we have to do, because that is a real badge of honor. Oh
my gosh,
I completely agree. By the way, to your question, I am not riding this one. I think it comes too soon. I have the base back, but I don't have the repeatability back yet. So I'm gonna wait until the one in February, I think. But you know what's also happening? Tour de Budokan, Tour de Spartacus, which is a 3-day stage race.
Yes.
So I talked to my coach, and she said, that would be fun to get back into the stage racing a little bit like that. So I'm doing Tour de Budokan.
Nice. When does that start? When does that one start?
On the 2nd of January, actually. Okay. So it's the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right. Yeah. Oh, we got to be promoting that one then, and we got to promote your times too, so we can all fan view everything too. That'd be great.
I'm planning on streaming them. So
great.
Also watch my YouTube channel if you're thinking I want to watch Gina suffer. It will be on my stream.
Is that what you renamed your channel to? Watch Gina suffer?
It would be a good one though.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Oh man. Oh well, that's great. Well, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be awesome. We'll definitely be highlighting that as it gets closer.
And it looks like the grand prize draw is all riders who complete every event will be entered into a grand prize drawing to win a Zwift ride.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's pretty slick.
Oh man, I like that idea.
Do it just from that alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, really. I mean, just to even get last and still win with the Zwift ride. Actually, you're always winning when you're riding your bike, for sure. Well, and speaking of some upcoming events, we do have the Watopian Weekly annual bingo ride and live podcast recording, which we're still working on dates and routes for that one too. I was thinking, I wondered if we should do a Sprinters Playground so that we can all just sprint all the time, but maybe not. No,
yeah.
I don't know.
Make it banded.
Yeah, we'll have to do something like that. Well, and we'll just let Paul pull us through all those because, well, so we'll get that the annual bingo ride and everything going. We'll talk about that some more and get that going. And then also there is the PRL full and half next week. I'll put that link in the description. Coalition, which some of us belong to, is putting on a PRL full and half. And I know we talked about this last week or last time, but that's coming up. And boy, I'm nervous about it, but I'm only doing the half. I know Josh is trying to get me to do the full, but I don't have 7 hours to be on my bike that day. But,
just ride it at a casual 10 watts a kilo, and then you'll be done.
It doesn't have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to be that long. Just pedal a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
So you should just come and join us because I'll go do the full, and that'll be it.
Drill,
oh man,
get the drill on the bike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was going to be the full test for my new bike setup to then absolutely hammer Gareth as a bike fitter the next day, saying it was rubbish. I had this, I had that, it didn't work, blah blah blah. It's all your fault. So I can publicly out him on when it all goes wrong and I collapse. So that's the plan.
Yeah, I've started. I have a new bike fit as well, and I went the other way, James. And it'll be interesting to compare notes because I did the My Velo Fit. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but I did that, and because just to give it a try, and we want to get those guys on the podcast too to talk about their system too, because it is like I know there's bike fitters around here, but they're at least 2 to 3 hours away from me. So like this is a perfect idea, and my bike shop. Shout out to Smiths. They're fantastic. When you buy a bike, they get you dialed in and everything too. But, things change over time. You get more flexible. And, so it was really interesting. I was surprised at how much my position changed. But I'm feeling different things in my muscles. So I don't know if it was just because my fit was so off before. Is that possible? I don't know. No,
it's likely to be it takes a little while for it to settle in and you get a delay. I was given the explanation for it, if that makes sense, but especially if you've moved it around a bit too much. So it'll be interesting. We could talk about it next week.
Yeah, absolutely. So and then I can't wait to are you gonna post some video? Because man, the video I was talking to Josh about this earlier about the video because for My Velo Fit you have to make these videos. Me from the side in Lycra, the indoor Lycra where you can see a lot of things because it's really thin mesh, that does not look good. That was that was an eye opener. I need to lay off the Stroop waffles. That was oh man, that was bad. I'm not gonna post it because it was so embarrassing. I feel like the Michelin Man, or the guy in Michelin Man, the tire guy. Yeah, but and like, well, I don't.
Hey, at least it's not Pillsbury Doughboy.
Or the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with the hat, but the Pillsbury Doughboy, he's okay though. Yeah, he's probably more fit than it doesn't matter. Anyway, okay, so that definitely we'll be checking that out. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much everybody for being here. Next week we'll be talking some more about that. I got to reach for my guitar and. And let's see. Anybody else have any other shout-outs they want to give before we close the episode? Okay, all right, we're doing well. Shout out to everybody finishing all of the ZRL and everything because this is definitely going to be something else. I can't wait to hear everybody's talk about it, and they're going to be hating the Zwift or the NYCKOM probably yet again, but. That's how it goes. So with that, thank you everybody for listening to this week and every week. Please check our Discord server and you can send us an email. I did post a recipe that gluten-free pie crust recipe. I don't know, Gina, did you make one at all? Or did you try it or not yet?
No, not yet.
We went with a store-bought crust this year too because it was just easier. But by the way, the pumpkin pie turned out it was pretty good. I was super happy about that, and then bought an apple pie the next day too because it was really good. So anyway, we should be comparing notes. Paul, we should compare some pumpkin pie recipe notes. Boy, those are some hard peas. Anyway, okay. Well, with that, hard peas aside, everyone, thank you everyone for listening, and we'll see you in Watopia. Hey, all right, bye.
Beautiful.